Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. First of all, I just wanted to say I have been a bit sick the past week, just with a cold, but it's just really taken it out of me. You can probably hear my voice is kind of almost gone now at this point. I'm also just really congested and stuffed up. I'm way more deaf than usual as well. I am actually partially deaf, but when I get sick it does make me even more deaf, so I just sound a bit rough at the moment, so apologies for that. Also, if I seem a bit kind of low energy during this video, it's just because I'm quite tired, because I'm still not really feeling great, but I'm still just so excited to do this video today because I finally have the Nomad Christkindlmarkt palette here with me today. There was a bit of a delay with the palette getting to me. It's due to no fault of Nomad. It was actually just because one of the carrier companies here in Ireland, they went into receivership, and the palette was passed over to the company just before I think they went into receivership, so it meant that they were holding on to packages for a while, just while they tried to find new carriers to pass them to. So there was a bit of a delay with the palette getting to me. But anyway, the most important thing is that the palette is finally here now, so I'm so happy to finally have it here in my hands. So just to disclose as well, this palette was very kindly gifted to me by Nomad, which I'm really happy about. Thank you so much again to the Nomad team for sending it my way. So I would have been purchasing the palette myself anyway if the Nomad team hadn't sent it to me, but yeah, thank you so much again to the Nomad team. I really appreciate that. So I do also have a discount code with Nomad as well if you are interested in picking the palette up. It's a non-affiliate code, so I don't actually earn anything from it. It's just to save you a bit of money. So I'll leave the code on screen and down below in the description box. It's Justina10 for 10% off. So the code is there if you want to use this. There's absolutely no pressure at all. Well, thank you so much if you do decide to use it, just because it really does help me out. It just kind of lets the brand know that you watched or that you engaged with my content. So again, thank you so much if you do decide to use it. Okay, so just before we get into the swatches, I'll just let you know about the cause for the palette. So Nomad always donates a portion of their profits to a cause or charity with each new palette that they release. So for this particular palette, it says just on the little postcard that the palette came with, we're proud to support UNESCO World Heritage Centre that helps conserve 55 sites in Germany. So yeah, absolutely amazing that Nomad always gives back to a charity or a cause with each palette. I know for me anyway, it just makes it really easy to keep supporting the brand. Okay, so we'll get into some close-ups and swatches now of the palette. So first of all, just to show you the outer carton of the box, it's absolutely gorgeous. It's supposed to look like an advent calendar, like one of the kind of old school ones that we would have had as kids. I know for me anyway, back in the 90s. So this is a 15 pan palette, so it has 6 mattes, 5 shimmers, 3 duochromes and then 1 multi-chrome. Absolutely gorgeous colour story, and it is a really unique take on a Christmas palette in my opinion anyway. So the mattes are really pigmented as always and smooth, and then the special shades that we have in this palette as well just apply like an absolute dream. They're really impactful and really smooth. They just kind of glide onto the skin, as you can probably see in the swatches here. Okay, so let's get into the look now. So I think I'm going to do some of the more kind of neutral shades on the top lid, because I really want to do that red on the lower lash line. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go in with the more kind of neutral shades on top and maybe incorporate some of that kind of purple tone here and the blue. Yeah, okay, so I'm just going to go in with this really deep brown Nutcracker, and I'm just going to start stamping that into the crease because I just want to create a lot of depth with this look. So I'm going to start with one of the really dark shades, I think, and then we'll kind of work our way to the lighter mattes. But yeah, I feel like I'm all over the place. The past couple of days trying to get videos done. I've probably said in the intro, but I've just had this cold the past week and it is just not shifting anywhere. I feel like the symptoms are worse than when I had COVID the last time. Like it's actually taken that much out of me the past week, trying to get anything done, like work, and then also dealing with the kids as well and school work, and then obviously my makeup hobby as well on top of that has been really difficult the past week. So sorry if I sound absolutely awful in this video, but it's because my throat has been quite sore, and a few people probably know by this stage I'm also partially deaf anyway. So I wear a hearing aid in my one ear that I can actually hear from, and the other ear is completely deaf. So when I get a dose of something, a cold or whatever, or flu kind of dose, my hearing gets even worse and I become even more deaf. So even when I have my hearing aid in, if that's at all possible. So I've been really struggling the past week. But anyway, I'm so excited to dig into this palette because I've been waiting a long time to get it. So through no fault of Nomad, they sent it a good few weeks ago now at this stage, but there was just shipping delays because the carrier that the packages were assigned to, or at least my package was assigned to, Fastway in Ireland, they went into receivership and they weren't able to deliver anyone's packages, and they all had to be handed over to a new carrier. So it just caused quite a big delay with me getting this, but I'm happy now that it's here and I can start creating some looks with it. So I'm just so happy that Nomad actually sent me out one of their palettes again. And I mean, I would have bought it anyway. Obviously I've been buying every single Nomad release the past while now, but just because I love the brand so much, and I really do love, like, I use their eyeshadows so frequently as well. So to get this as a little Christmas gift was really nice. Okay, so now that that's laid down, I'm going to go in with this lighter kind of taupey brown shade called Krampus, and I'm just going to start blending that on the outskirts of that deeper brown that we put down. And ooh, the shade is really pigmented. I don't know what I was expecting because most of Nomad's shades are really pigmented, but I think I might have picked up slightly too much on my brush there, but it should be okay to kind of buff it out. Those shades blended out really nice together, but I'm just going to put a tiny bit of brightness on the very outskirts of those shades. So I'm just going to use this kind of light beige matte called Christmas Pyramid. I'm just using a really tiny kind of blending brush. It's the Sigma E36. I'm just going to go on the outskirts, just taking a tiny bit of that matte shade and just go on the very outskirts just to sort of brighten up the very outer part. And I have a nice kind of seamless blend going on from those shades into my skin, from those darker shades that we laid down initially. Okay, so I'm just going back in with no additional products, just on the same brushes that I used to lay down those initial shades, and I'm just blending them all together. Okay, so just to deepen that up even further, I'm going to take this sort of black, well, it's not really completely black, it's more like a charcoal, like a really deep blackened charcoal shade. I'm just going to take that in the very outer corner just to create even more depth before we start putting down liner and the shimmer shades. Yeah, so I just want to create a bit more depth in the outer corners, but I wouldn't say this is a completely matte shade. It's more like a really deepened charcoal or a blackened charcoal. Okay, so for the lid I'm going to go in with this shade here, Carousel, just on the outer part of the eyelid, and then on the inner part of the eyelid I'm going to go in with First Snow. I'm just taking a gripping, actually a face primer like I've been doing lately with most of my shimmer shades on the lid, and I'm just going to start tapping this in here just so that the shades have something to adhere to and that glitter particles don't go all over my face. I can just wipe them away anyway, even if they do. I haven't set my base or anything like that, so, but just to avoid too much mess, and this does really help with the intensity of shimmer shadows as well. Okay, so just picking up that shade Carousel, and I'm just going to start stamping that here in the outer corner. It's a really nice shade, sort of like a purple with a gold shift. Don't know how much you're going to be able to see that shift now on camera as I'm applying it, but it's really nice. Okay, so just going in with the shade First Snow now, and I'm just going to start laying that down beside it. And I'm just taking that same shade First Snow and I'm just kind of layering it over the first shimmer that we put down, just to sort of merge the two together. And I really love how those two shimmers are looking beside each other. So I really love how those shimmers are looking together. It's like a really nice kind of iridescent purple glow. I'm so sorry my voice sounds absolutely awful. I can just hear myself talking. But But yeah, really love how those shades are looking together. Okay, so I just went off camera and did black eyeliner on the top eyelid. So I'm going to start going into the red shade here now to do the lower lash line. That's called St. Nicholas, or St. Nikolaus, I think it would be pronounced as in Germany. So I'm just going to go in with a really small kind of pointed bullet brush. It's a Sigma E30, and I'm just going to start stamping that now on the lower lash. I'm just seeing what sort of pigment we can build up here. That's a really bright pigmented red. I absolutely love the contrast of red and kind of purpley tones. So I just really wanted to use these two together. I really love how that looks so far. Just thought I would stay away from the green shades in this palette for this look, because I just feel like I kind of gravitate towards greens a lot, and then I can reserve them for the next few looks that I want to do. So I just really wanted to do a kind of contrasting colours look for this one. Okay, so just going in with that deep kind of black charcoal shade Marketplace, and I'm just going to start stamping that on the lower lash line just to sort of kind of blend the top and the bottom lids a bit better, just so there's not too much of like a stark contrast where the red meets the black. So I'm just kind of winging that out as well, just to kind of mimic the same shape as the eyeliner. Okay, so I did go in with a kind of red copper eyeliner. It's from Colourpop, from one of the, I think it was the first Hocus Pocus collab that they did. It's called Sistas, and I just put that kind of in the inner part of my waterline, and then I just went in with a black gel eyeliner on the outer portion of the waterline. So it's just a gel eyeliner from Sigma. So I'm just going to go in with this shade Paper Star and just do the inner corner. So I'm just going in with a kind of small pointed brush, and I'm just kind of packing that in. That's a really nice shade. I don't know if the shifts are going to be picked up properly on camera, just because I have the ring light on. I have to have the ring light on when I'm filming, just because it's so dark in this room if I don't have it on. It's gorgeous. It's like a really kind of iridescent silver with a pink flip. Okay, so here is what it's looking like so far. So I'm going to go ahead and finish off my face and put on lashes and do a lip and everything, and then I'll be back to show you the final look. Okay, so I'm back and here is the finished look. I absolutely love how this turned out. I did end up going in with 2 more shimmers just on the lower lash line, just to sort of make the look a bit more sparkly. So I went in with the kind of copper red shimmer Gluane. I'm really butchering the pronunciation of that. And then Incense Smokers just on the outer portion of the lower lash line. So yeah, really love how this turned out. I did end up going in with one of the Nomad Halloween lipsticks that came out with the Witch City Salem collection. So I went in with the purple shade Hocus Pocus. Okay, so here's the second look. I was initially only going to do one look, and then I decided last minute to take off my makeup and do a second look. So I think that's why my eyes are really watery, and they're just gone very patchy on the outer corner. So the eyeliner or eyeshadow just wouldn't stick because my eyes are so watery. So absolutely nothing to do with the eyeshadow quality or anything like that, just I really leaky watery eyes. But I use the greens and the blues from the palette, and then the shade Gingerbread all over the lid, and I absolutely love how this look turned out. So just to give you my first impressions of the palette so far, I'm really enjoying this colour story. It is quite a unique take on a Christmas palette in my opinion anyway. I love that we do have these neutral shades. We also have the kind of quintessential pops of the bright Christmas colours, so the red, the green, and then the shimmers are absolutely gorgeous in this palette. I feel like in 2025 especially, Nomad has really upped their shadow game, especially with the shimmers and the multi-chrome formulas. These are really sparkly. They've been giving us some really unique kind of multi-chrome and duochrome shades this year especially. So absolutely love how all the shades in the palette worked together as well. I love the variety of looks you can get. I think you can kind of do some really unexpected looks, like even this look that I'm wearing now has bright pops of colour in it, but to me it's still kind of a more subdued version of a bright colourful eye. So I just love the variety of looks that you can get from this palette. You can just do some really kind of simple neutral looks over the Christmas season, and then you also have your kind of bright, more impactful going out looks or kind of Christmas party season looks as well. So yeah, I'm just really loving the colour story of this palette, and just the fact that it does kind of push you outside your comfort zone, or well, at least it did for me anyway, just trying to kind of decide what to do, placing shades that you wouldn't kind of normally place with each other as well. So I have only created one look for this video. Let me know if you want to see other looks using this palette. I will definitely be doing more looks over on my Instagram page. Just for YouTube, I really wanted to get this video up as soon as possible. Like I said, I haven't really been very well over the past week and my voice is really gone, so I just really want to get this video up as soon as possible. But definitely give me a follow over on Instagram if you are interested in seeing more looks with this palette, because I'll definitely be using the palette to create more looks over there as well. So if you're interested in that, give me a follow. I'll leave my handle down below as well. So again, thank you so much to the Nomad team for sending this palette my way. I really appreciate it, and let me know if you're planning on picking this palette up, or if you already have, leave me a comment down below. So again, I never want to encourage anyone or be telling people that you must go out and buy a palette, that you absolutely need it. It's just to kind of give you the information if it's something that you're already planning on picking up. Definitely try and shop your stash, see what you already have that's very similar. So if you are enjoying my content so far, I'd love if you could subscribe to my channel and stick around if you haven't already, and do let me know as well if you have any suggestions of any videos or types of videos that you'd like to see me doing on my channel as well. I do want to kind of branch out a bit, just not only create videos about new releases, so I would like to kind of start doing different style videos as well. So let me know if you have any requests or any kind of specific type of videos that you'd like to see me doing, whether it's kind of get ready with me's or palette rankings, or if you'd like to see videos about kind of older releases and older palettes as well. So do let me know. Okay, so I think that was everything out of the way. So thank you so much again for watching this video and taking time out of your day, and hopefully I will see you in my next one. Take care, bye.